And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl. And we've got a classic in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Brady's throw on target to Godwin here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On second down, it's Jones. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Brady going to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And down inside the 15 he goes.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. J.C. Horn up to make the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To Evans on the slant. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them...
And it'll be intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it up. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey, and he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, that QB's.
Darnold now to throw. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Darnold to throw again. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
A first down run here by Jones as he'll take it forward for a gain of about 4.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Room here to run. And he's got this down to the 35.
A gain of 15. First down, Tampa Bay.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Brady. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right. Alabama.
Again for Evans. This time he's got him. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 19. That time on the run-pass option when he decided to throw it. Not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple option quarterback in college because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, stepped back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 14-yard line.
Wait, that 380. Check 31. Check 31.
To throw, it's Brady. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Now Brady. He sets up the screen to Jones. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Ronald Jones, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Bucs have struck first in this NFC title game. Extra point put through by Succop. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Faking the give, Darnold. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Carl Lawson able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell them.
Darnold, he lost the football, and the Buccaneers have it. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there. I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Watch the pass. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's get the ball. Check, young lady.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And this is caught inside the 5. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. A big play there for Carolina. The first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5.
McCaffrey.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Christian McCaffrey
taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. On 2nd and 9, Brady. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Wait, that 53! Slap!
Going with their tight end on 4th. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. But they only needed about 4 or 5 inches there. Relied on the big guys up front and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brady, and he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The sack backs him up, 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs. Back to throw. Brady. The left side completion to Jones. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
So Brady departs, and on is Ryan Succop for the Buccaneer field goal.
That's just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash.
Succop's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Again, he finds more. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sagged back around the 28. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sag. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A play fake, and it's Darnold. On the move to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
A fake to McCaffrey. Now Darnold steps away. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And Marshall's got it. He will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Levante David in on the tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Darnold. He's got a man. That's Marshall. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Just like that, lady.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Darnold on first down. He's got Anderson on the slant. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Off of play action, Darnold. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. And the Bucs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Shotgun now for Brady. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And finally, he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. And his throw is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. 54 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Brady. A check down here to Jones. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and it'll be 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it. It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard, and while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Escaping the pressure right. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play action. It's Darnold. He's going to look deep for more. And that is incomplete. The coverage excellent there downfield, and it leads to a 4th down. Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On 4th down, Darnold. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they...